I was waiting for the applause track, but I realized CJP wasn't here. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Wrestling with Horror Live, the Wednesday Night Hustle. I'm Pete, of course, your host, joined by the one, the only, Andrew David.
Hey guys, what's up? Yeah, it's good to be here. Looking forward to talking some wrestling, I guess.
Well, we'll talk a little bit of that and a little bit of this and a little bit of monotony in our life. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up? How's everyone doing?
Welcome, sir. Welcome. We're starting a little bit later. I got home and I was like, oh my God, I smell so fucking bad from camp. So I was like, I immediately, I'm like, I need to take a shower. Because I don't sweat that much. But the guys I was working with tonight were like just sweat factories. So I'm like, okay, normally I might wait till after the stream, but I'm like, there's no way I can sit here for an hour and smell myself. Like, no. Like driving home, I'm like, oh my God, windows down. But we're going to talk a little bit of wrestling here. So last night on NXT, which none of us watch, but we watch highlights.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie Vekir did the job for JC Jane, which has angered some people. And to them, I really don't understand what you don't get about how this works. Like JC Jane, and I barely know who the fuck she is.
Yeah, when they said the person, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I the only thing I know about her is I've heard her name in highlights and stuff like that. I know she's in Fatal Influence with like Fallon Henley, and they just released one of the girls that was in that, I think.
Oh, Gigi Dolan?
Gigi Dolan, thank you.
Okay, that's the group that used to be with Mandy Rose.
Yep.
I do know who they are, because she turned on Gigi Dolan at one point.
Hail, shalom to Hillam 29. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. But people are like up in arms about this. And while if you're a Stephanie Vekir fan, you should be happy. We all know that she didn't need to go to NXT. But
No.
They put her there so she could get used to the style, get some reps in, and that's the right thing to do. And her and Jordan Grace are going up to the main roster. Jordan Grace is another one. She's fucking amazing in the ring. Didn't need NXT, just needed to get used to the style of working in WWE. What up, Christian?
Yeah, I had seen that, like we were talking about stage, like she might be a transitional champion, and then Lola Vice, I heard, might end up getting the belt, which I'm all right with that. I like Lola Vice.
I don't know anything really.
She used to be an MMA fighter, and
okay,
she's got a wagon on her.
That's the only thing I know, because I know James has an affinity for her, and like I think Jada Parker.
I don't know, the chick that's with Sol Roca, I like her too.
Oh, Zarya, the Australian, yep. The big woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but no, man, this JC Jane. That's it. She's gonna hold the belt for a short period of time, and they'll give it to the next one.
And at least it wasn't a clean win too. So
yeah,
there was chicanery.
Fallon Henry, or Fallon Henley interfered. We do need a wagon emoji. I'm going to make one right now. But I just the selective outrage is funny. Mm-hmm. And speaking of selective outrage, let's talk about Tessa Blanchard. Oh my God, these neckbeard just retards are still chanting she's a racist at her.
Yep.
It's like, dude, you're not going to get any points for that. Nobody is going to fuck you because you're incessantly tipping your fedora, you fucking idiot.
It's funny, too, because Alicia Fox is with her, too. So it's like, if she was a legitimate racist, like, she wouldn't be working with her. Like,
And her and La Rosa Negra, they buried the hatchet.
Yeah, exactly.
So as far as anybody else is concerned, they're not involved in the situation directly. They can shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like
even Moose is all right with her, like, and he's a big black dude, like, so it's like
to
everybody's copacetic at this point in the locker room. So it's like these people are fucking idiots that still hold on to this. Same thing with like Hulk Hogan. Like, there's plenty of other things that you can get outraged about Hulk Hogan besides like him saying the N-word.
I'd be more mad with the fact that the guy's a fucking just a complete liar.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Damn near everything he says is a lie. Like,
mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's kind of funny. Like I said, I have no issue with Tessa Blanchard anymore. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. I think she's one of the best pure female wrestlers there is. She is. She's goddamn. She's a fantastic heel. Like, she's a natural heel because she's so good. She has a fucking fantastic aesthetic. She looks like $1 million. She comes out there. She owns the fucking room. You know, I really like that. And her work is fantastic. Microphone, she's good. You know, all around just a fantastic fucking talent. I'd put her, you know, she's small. That's the thing, though. Like, if she would put on about 10 pounds, it would serve her well. Because there's no way she even weighs. Like, they say she's at 120. I'm like,
Tessa is?
Yeah, I think they list her at 120. I'd say around 110, 115 tops. She is not big. I mean, she's cut, but she's very small. But I like her work. I like her work. I think it's hilarious that these fucking idiots are still just absolutely up in their feelings about it.
Oh, of course. They're going to be.
Yeah. It, you know, I mean, I don't know. It's funny. It always just makes me laugh. The things that these weirdos choose to get upset about. Speaking of that, your old Johnny Laurinaitis turned on Vince McMahon. I'm not doing it. Yeah, I'm not doing an RFK impression either. Come on, young man, it's time to work.
Turned on Vince McMahon.
He basically said Janelle Grant's people can have any evidence or any testimony that he has to offer. So he flipped on Vince.
Gotcha. Yeah, but like, what, you know what I mean? Like,
what is it?
Have evidence? Like, why are we?
Right. What is it going to amount to? Tony, what do you think? What do you think about that?
Jenna Ellis flipped on Trump too, and that amounted to nothing. I mean, we'll see, but John Laurinaitis is always, you know, we have certain people in our circle, you know, who call Vince a piece of shit, and he probably is, but John Laurinaitis is definitely no better.
No.
What Culture did a video earlier talking about Vince and possibly wanting WWE back, and there were people in the comments like, well, he's a proven criminal, or basically saying these allegations have been proven, and I said they haven't been proven. You know, he's been accused, not proven. And they're like, so you're sticking up for him even though he's been doing this, and that? I'm like, no, I'm saying he hasn't been proven to do these. He's been accused. Law is no place to start making assumptions and generalities. He either did it or he didn't, and it needs to be proved. Nothing has been proved so far, and for all I know, he did. But right now, he stands accused. There is a difference. There isn't, well, we just think you did it, so we're going to sentence you. That's not law. Like, that's not any kind of law that I want to be a part of.
No. That reminds me of an episode of The Orville called Mob Rules. And basically what it amounted to was somebody would be tried in the court of public opinion. So Jay Lee's character did like a like he like grinded up on a statue, and he didn't know it was one of like the founders of this planet they were on. So they tried him in the court of public opinion, and if he got more negative points than positive points, he would like have to be, I can't remember what the punishment was, but he would be found guilty. And that's essentially what you're saying, Tony, is mob rules, the court of public opinion. Without the benefit of due process, he's already guilty in most people's eyes. Not most people, but some people's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And that, yeah, that's not a justice. That's not a functioning justice system at all, period. That's mob rules, and that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Well,
yeah,
that's how it works for them until it happens to them, and then they're like, "Well,
rules for thee, but not for me."
Exactly.
If McMahon's guilty, then punish him.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's not, I expect a lot of people to eat a lot of crow.
All I know, as far as the whole referee thing from the 80s, nobody believed her when she was making the accusations. Nobody thought she was credible.
Rita Chatterton, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Vince even admitted they had a consensual thing going, but at the time, no one thought she was credible. But now, fast forward 40 years later, and in the Me Too movement, number one. Number two, yeah, maybe he banged a couple hot chicks. That's what successful CEOs of billionaire empires do.
Mm-hmm.
But again, we're in a day and age where, you know, hot man-on-man action in a Senate hearing room, totally okay.
Mm-hmm.
But a man and a woman having consensual sex, nope, not okay. It's ridiculous. Who gives a shit? The guy is, how old is Vince? 80 something? 70 something?
Like 78, around there, I think.
Who gives a fuck?
79.
It's stupid. The whole thing is stupid. It's overblown. The whole human trafficking thing is overblown.
Oh my God.
And yeah.
It's just because the WWE travels. That's the only reason that they lump that in there.
And the fact that people are like clinging to that, like Vince was running Divas and Wayfair cabinets across state lines, is fucking hilarious. It is.
I care a lot more about certain lists that we still haven't gotten. I care a lot more about what's happening to children and what happened to children over the past 4 years with the wide open border. That's what I care about, not two adults having sex.
Yep. And one of them gets mad because the money stops coming in.
Yep.
And that's the only. That's
she only made $2 million instead of $3 million. Boo hoo.
She's.
I wish I could get laid and get paid millions of dollars.
I know. I don't have some tits and a gash, so I can't.
Wait, did you say?
I did. I said gash. Goddamn.
No, I think it's funny that society has basically like gassed up and glazed these mids so much that they think that pussy's lined with gold. I'm sorry, it's not, sweetheart. There ain't one of them that is.
Well, they don't have any accountability. I've been going back and forth with people in this comment thread about abortion or whatever, because I guess there's this case where this lady passed away and they're using her body to like incubate the kid that was like still there. And he might have like issues. I don't know the legitimacy of it, because you know how the left is, like they have all this bullshit. But I'm on the position of like, even if there's like a slight chance that this kid could live by them doing that, I'm all for it. Like, just because his mom passes away doesn't mean he doesn't deserve the right to live. Even if there might be some issues like mentally or whatever, he still deserves that chance.
They have to take into consideration how long was he without oxygen, because that could play a huge factor in long-term effects, especially in the range of like mental type issues with brain functions and such. Is if the brain was without oxygen, that's a
and because of like the whole abortion stuff where they're not allowed to do certain things, like I guess that's why they're not getting rid of it or whatever. Yeah. But I still like, even if there's like a slight chance, like, it's worth the risk, I think.
I get it. Life is precious. All life is precious. It is.
So, and it's all women, it's all women just like, talking shit. And then they don't even address my arguments. They just like go to my page and find like pictures of me and like, oh, look at this guy. Like, it's like, come on, at least address the argument.
That's when you've stumped them. When I had somebody I was talking about the troons and the mental illness, and somebody like took my profile picture, like, and was like, "You're talking about mental illness and you're acting like this." I'm like, I'm a fucking professional wrestler. Like, dumbass. That's obviously a picture in front of a crowd. So you can, a normal functioning brain would discern that I'm some type of performer. Like, it's these people.
Yeah, and they got me in like the vampire thing. So they're like, oh, I'm like, dude, it's a fucking gimmick. It's not like real life. Like,
yeah. I don't really think I'm a vampire. Like, come on. Unlike you, who thinks you're a fucking house cat,
And then it's like some fat, like, it's either some really soy boy looking like bitch, and because like if they're gonna attack me, I'm gonna attack back. I'm gonna
fire with fire.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, you're gonna come out with me that energy, I'll give their energy right back.
Yep.
And then like they're either some soy looking bitch or like it's this fat slob that nobody would want to have sex with. And if they do have kids and somebody did have sex with them, it's because that's the only
they were a last resort.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's always the Leviathans that are that shriek the loudest. I'm going on a sex strike, and nothing of value was lost. Trust me. There's not enough alcohol.
Yeah, it's that one like video where the white chick is like, yeah, I only date black, and then the black guy's like, nope, we are denying applications or whatever. He's like, you can go to this race, and then it gets back to the white dude, and he's like, yeah, nah.
Yep. Yeah, but yeah, those are the ones that they always shriek the loudest, and it's the same in the wrestling sphere. To bring this thing around, that's what happens. You look at these people who white knight in comment sections, and it's like, you've never fucking been in the presence of a female, a female where she hasn't requested a restraining order.
And then it's like there's other people in wrestling too that have had issues. Like Jay Lethal had sexual allegations like against him at one point too, and it's like, where was that energy then? Like,
yep.
Like, you want to be consistent across the board. Like, the energy wasn't there for that and some other stuff that has happened in the wrestling.
What about Tara Reid living in Russia? They sure didn't care about that either. Yeah, I see it like you've got that We're the Millers meme where like Sable's like, I got paid millions of dollars to make out with Vince on TV. Then you have Janelle Grant, I got paid millions of dollars to bang Vince off at TV. And then you've got Rita Chatterton like, wait, you guys are getting paid? Guarantee that's what it is she wants money. And like, more often than not in these past few years and through the Me Too era, we've seen more women falsely accused because just like a certain group of doctors and scientists, there's no repercussions for their actions. No. They can attempt to ruin someone's life for money. And if it turns out they're a proven liar, it's not like the tables turn on them. It's like, okay, everybody go home.
Yep, nothing to see here.
Oh, yeah. So she's some old, pissed off feminist. Because deep down, all women are fucking feminists. And she wants money.
Even a lot of the conservative women in the space are covert feminists.
Yeah, you push them hard enough. Yep.
They'll turn feminist.
Yep.
Yep. Yep, that's the thing is they can't they can't they can't handle their tribe getting drugged through the mud when one of them does something stupid. They feel the need to defend them based on chromosomes. That's what it is. It's gender-based defense. Like, you don't see when a man does something heinous, you don't see other men just running out and being like, oh wait, let's, like, some guy like decapitates 15 women, a fucking serial killer. There's not guys going like, yeah, he did the right thing. Like, no, we're like, yeah, fucking sick fuck, like, fry him. And then there's women, this guy will be in prison, and if he's like halfway decent looking, there's women going like, oh my god, but he's so hot.
Mm-hmm.
And I know guys were guilty of that too. Like, we make jokes about the mug shorties.
And again, if Linda McMahon went through the entire roster of males and didn't pay any of them a fucking dime, it would be you go girl.
Yep.
If she did pay him, it would be you go girl.
She's empowered.
If a 50-year-old man bangs a 22-year-old chick, it's creepy and disturbing and gross. But if a 50-year-old woman bangs a 16-year-old boy, you go girl. You get yours.
Yep.
It's all fucking stupid, dude. I'm so tired of it. And it's people like Godzillionaire who enabled it. No, I'm kidding.
Jesus. Godzillionaire's like, I'm just here making questionable jokes and enjoying the chat.
Yeah, that's like that with the Leviathan after Tyrone left her with the kid. Like, that's like that guy that keeps commenting on my shit on Facebook that I showed you the picture of, and he's got a bunch of goblins like freaking, that he's taking care of that aren't his.
I like that Christian guy in the chat. He's like Timmy or Matt Damon. Like, all he says is his name. Like, well, how do you feel about the whole Rita Chatterton or Janelle Grant situation? He's like, Kristen.
It's like one of my second grade, or no, was he in fourth grade now? That's all I can say is his name. No, not this one. Not this one. No, but I have one with that first name. But no, it's kind of funny though. Like, I'm just picturing him running around. All I can say is his first name, which let's face it, it's not far from the fucking truth.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he's not.
What do we get when we mix yellow and blue? Timmy.
That is correct, Timmy. Good job. But Tim, you gotta put on the hat.
Yeah.
Cripple fight.
It's like, and look, again, maybe I'm not trying to bring it back to this. Maybe Vince is guilty, maybe he's not. But if the federal government hadn't been nipping at his heels for the past 40 years or so, I'd be more likely to believe it. But there's not much I believe from the federal government nowadays. So, and I know if there's one thing they hate, it's a successful businessman. So, especially one, yeah. So it's whatever. What's up, Keely Chow? Can we get some ducks in the chat?
I know. What's up, Keely? Where's the ducks, bro?
Some ducks for Janelle Grant.
There's some Janelle Grants in the chat. Some money grubbing whores.
Yes, let's get some ducks for Janelle Grant up in this piece, because ain't nobody on this panel or criticizing Vince right now that wouldn't fucking rail the shit out of her if given the chance.
What if she is AI?
It's weird that, like, there's no paparazzi like, hey, Vince McMahon accuser caught leaving 7-Eleven or getting some shawarma or nothing. Just one picture of her.
Yeah, that's, and I don't buy that they scrubbed every image
on that.
Yeah, look it up. We need to see that footage, Jamie. Hey, Carl, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, Carl.
Hey.
I don't, like I said, man, just that bitch having one picture, like you said, Tony. I can't I can't fathom that, like you said, they haven't seen her in public somewhere, anywhere, nowhere. Nowhere has this woman been photographed, video recorded, and you can't tell me that there's some fucking injunction to where you cannot take photos of her. Get the fuck
No,
out of here.
if they had those resources, there's all kinds of shit they would have scrubbed from the internet, including Seth Rich. Like, that's ridiculous.
I don't.
There's all kinds of stuff they would not have on the internet. You know, with the power of AI, maybe one day. But I mean, I'm going to share my screen right here.
Yeah.
This is a Google search. There are more varied pictures of Vince McMahon when you search Janelle Grant on Google's image than there is Janelle Grant. Who's that? That's not her, is it? No.
No, that's not her. This
that's
one's
a
actually
CNBC anchor.
She's more attractive.
Well, it's all the same image of her. Just some
Yeah.
are mirrored, some are close up. Look at all these different pictures of Vince. Look, all I searched was Janelle Grant.
Yeah, I don't buy this.
There's literally one picture of somebody who is in national headlines, has been in national headlines for a year and a half, 2 years now, who worked for WWE. There's one picture. One picture. One. One picture. Just all I'm saying, that doesn't prove anything. I'm just saying that's weird. I can search random people that I know, and there are more pictures of them on the internet. And they aren't national figures.
I'm asking my homie Grunk right now.
God damn it.
Is Vince McMahon's accuser Janelle Grant an AI creation? And why is there only one single photo?
Godzillionaire, it was a couple years, like a year or 2 years before Trump got reelected, that all this started popping up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what did Grunk say? He's searching.
Should just have Trump pardon him.
That'd be fucking hilarious. Here, let me.
But then it looks like
it does look bad.
It looks bad, but it'd be funny.
Well, he just pardoned two people. Who did he pardon?
Chris.
Yeah, he pardoned two people recently.
It says Janelle Grant, who has accused Vince McMahon of sexual abuse and trafficking, is not an AI creation. She's a former WWE employee who worked in the legal and talent departments from 2019, blah, blah, blah.
It can only go off what it's told.
And it says the claim that there is only one photo of her available is not entirely accurate. Though public images of Grant are indeed limited, this scarcity is likely due to her maintaining a low public profile, especially given the sensitive nature of her allegations and ongoing legal proceedings. Bullshit. Mm-hmm. I'm calling bullshit. There's more pictures of me available online.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, she's like a 30-something like career woman who is obviously very financially driven. There is no way this bitch does not have like Instagram, fucking you know what I mean? Like, this is so fucking, it's ridiculous.
It's sus.
It's sus as fuck, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think a lot of this, and again, maybe he's guilty, maybe he's not. He's only been accused now, but it sure seems like a lot of people want him to be guilty.
Yeah, which is...
And it's like, you want all this to be true. Like, the story is pretty horrific. You want that to have actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe it. I'm sorry, I don't. Well, I don't believe that most of these people are looking for justice. They just are mad at Vince because he bored them for a few years
Yep.
towards the end of their career.
Yep.
Because they didn't push Zack Ryder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Again,
Or a lot of it too, like, because like I know the person that we know talks to like some people that were in the business, and I have a feeling that some of them are just bitter because they didn't get opportunities within the business. And like, I'm not saying that that's true, but I'm just saying it's just like, it makes you look bad if like you were there and then you just kind of like start bad mouthing, like, or talking about shit that like, you know, you may not, you think, you know, I guess.
Yeah, like I said, if he's guilty, yeah, throw the book at him. But
yeah, it's all hearsay. And again, you heard more about Vince being a severe germaphobe and even an asshole and real meticulous and micromanaging, but like stuff about sexual abuse and human trafficking and shit was never even like hinted at in decades.
Well, the thing, yeah, the germaphobe thing, Cornette brought up about how he was sick, and they were at a meeting. It was him and Shitstain and Vince, and you know, Russo. It was Russo, Cornette, and Vince. And Cornette fucking sneezed, and Vince got all pissed at him and asked him if he needed to go home. And Cornette said no because Vince was, you know, just tough it out kind of guy. You know, any sign of weakness is fucking something to be mocked and shamed. That's how wrestling is.
It's these same people that they had women showing their breasts and beautiful bodies. It was absolutely disgusting. It was disgusting. We only want indie jobbers and feminists on our screen. Like, so again, like, excuse me if I don't take you that serious. Like,
yeah, you said if they show any sign of that's how it used to be. Now I feel like, now I'm not in it, but I mean, like, I feel like now it's like weakness and all that stuff is run rampant within wrestling.
I mean, look
that's
at
why
that.
You have a lot of the shitty like people that are in wrestling now,
to a certain extent. Yeah.
If you're not a Patreon member, go sign up now. ETEP will provide the link in the chat. Last night we watched follow up because we had watched John Cena versus Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania in 2007. And a few weeks later, they would be in Great Britain and they would have a rematch, which is often said to be the better match. The Raw match was better than the WrestleMania match. And this is England we're talking about. This is London we're talking about. And this is just 2007, not that long ago. And you look around in the audience and it's normal fucking people.
Yeah.
And they're not singing along to the songs. And look, that match was fucking awesome. But how many This Is Awesome chants were there?
Zero.
They were cheering the performers. They were cheering the performers, not the performance. They weren't, yay, we're here for a heel turn, cheer. Like, they booed the heels, cheered the baby faces. Point is, like, it's a different fan base now. All those people in the crowd are gone. All those people in the crowd are gone. All that's left are the people dumb enough.
Replace them, basically.
Yeah, the only people that are left now, because we don't make superstars anymore, we get the brand over. That's all that matters, is getting the brand over. And the only people who are going to be fans of that are people who are willing to eat whatever shit you slop on their plate.
Yep. Yeah, it's fucking, it is. Like I said, I'm going to be in like a state of culture shock because I haven't been to a Fed show since 2009. And I'm going to SmackDown in June.
Dang. The last one I was at was in like 2016.
Yeah, it's been years and years and years.
For the Fed. I was at the AEW and ROH stuff like last year. So but
I don't know. I just with the McMahon thing, I'm so ready for them to just get the freaking shit over with. You know what I mean? It's like they're just it'll be settled. I guarantee it'll be settled out of court. If he can help it, it'll be settled out of court, and it'll be quiet. But they're
gonna take forever though.
They're trying.
Show system like drags everything out.
Yep, and they're trying. They're fucking trying.
Yeah, and if it did go to arbitration or something or settlement, and Vince was like, "Look, here, take your fucking $1 million and just go away. I'm fucking sick of this headache. I want to move on with it." Then it's gonna be, see, why would he pay her? Why would he pay her? Like $1 million isn't shit to Vince. Like,
yeah,
it's like, take your fucking money, you fucking whore, because that's what you are. You perform the act for money.
Yep.
And get the fuck out of here.
Like, it doesn't make Vince any better, but I mean, if you're a millionaire, I mean, like, you can have any cues you want.
He also gave the woman a job when she was down on her luck, When she couldn't afford her parents' home, but could somehow afford an apartment in the same apartment building that Vince McMahon lived.
Yeah, how much do you think that
question?
How much do you think that condo was worth? If McMahon lives there, I'm guaranteeing you it's not a cheap building to live in. We're probably talking upwards of like what? $5,000 a month, if not more, one of them deals, you know what I mean?
Maybe.
I mean, there's no way it's less than that. I mean, it's got to be up there. And yeah, all of a sudden
it wasn't his dad manliness, it was his mom and maybe his stepdad. But Vincent K. McMahon didn't abuse Vince.
I think it was it was the stepdad.
Yeah, it was the stepdad, yeah.
It was the stepdad that was abusive to him. And I know they say that there's a tendency for the abused to become abusers later on in life, but that's a case-by-case basis. You can't generalize that.
It is a case-by-case basis, but the statistics are higher with people
they are. They absolutely are. And I know people
victims or whatever, which I'm technically a victim.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but I mean, it's all in how you process it.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what it boils down to, is how you process the trauma and how you deal with it as an adult. So Vince has, honestly, he's always had this innate need for control. So, and especially with something like that happening to him that early in life, when he was not, in a position to stick up for himself, or, he sees, now in life, I'm never going to let anybody get over on me again.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of where I think, like, his whole, like, business type attitude came from, not the character, but the actual man. You know what I mean?
It's just, I guess, it's like, from his father. Like I always say, like, the world's made out of creators and destroyers. There are creators and visionaries who take something and see a vision that no one else sees and bring that vision to life, which is what Vince did. And again, he's not the best person in the world. Maybe he did this. If he does, then his victim should face justice. But what bugs me more, and probably because, okay, the legal process is playing out with Vince. Okay, great. What bugs me more are these fucking destroyers, these leeches who, oh, screw J.K. Rowling. Ooh, Harry Potter. Let's change this and let's make Snape black and let's do this, and that. And seeing here,
Hermione, or she's black too.
Yep, yeah, Hermione.
Hermione one.
Whatever her name is.
But same thing with WWE. They're like, Vince McMahon is disgusting and he deserves to be remembered for nothing else but these allegations. Ooh, SummerSlam. Let's make that 2 nights, and we'll put this person here, and we'll just leech off of his creation over here, and like it. That gets me to no end. It's just because they are destroyers. That's all destroyers are. That's all censors are. Censors are people who don't have the wit or ability to create something, so they take someone else's something. Oh, I think the Mona Lisa should have blonde hair. No, go paint your own painting. No, it's not good enough. I want to change this. I want to change that, which is not mine to change. That's what censorship is.
Yep. Yeah, fundamentally altering someone else's work because they're more talented than you is the ultimate insult. Because you're compromising the integrity of their work, their original work, based on
give this gift to the world.
No, based on and this is based on their own faux moral high ground. They're in it. Their need again. It's a need for control and power.
I guarantee Ari Emanuel's probably fucked several of his hot employees, and they're just cheering him on.
Yeah, you think
they cheer The Rock every time he comes out when he makes his assistants throw away his piss water bottles.
Yep.
Like, still ain't never seen The Rock
I heard
on the
about
red
that.
carpet with the woman. Still never seen The Rock on the red carpet with the woman. That's all I'm saying. And his quote-unquote ex-wife is now his business partner, and they have a great relationship. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he used to be on the red carpet with her. I've seen him on the red carpet with her a couple times.
But that's his beard.
It wouldn't, dude. Honestly, it wouldn't shock me, not one bit. Not one bit. I wouldn't care, but it'd be like, why did you hide it for so long? Like honestly, dude. Like, let's face it. In the grand scheme of things, like, bro, if you're gay, just fucking say you're gay. Like,
it honestly wouldn't surprise me with all the dick talk that he would, about his strudel and how much he had to talk up that he ate pie and all that stuff.
Yeah. Like, and I'm not saying The Rock is gay, but if he was, I don't give a fuck. Like, cool.
I am.
No, I just said it would not surprise me. It wouldn't shock me. I'd be like, yeah, that tracks. That fucking tracks. All right. You're gay, whatever. Just, it's like, really, because like, what does it change? Like, I mean, obviously, all his aura back in the day, but all the shit he talked, we never really saw him with a woman though, in kayfabe character,
I have seen him with Travis Scott more than I've seen him with women, and what we just learned about the rap industry, Travis is probably his twink, his fresh Nubian twink.
Yeah. See, he's not gay. He has relations with women, but sex with men. I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Whatever that fucking song is.
Yep.
That shit gets me every fucking time.
Oh, so The Rock. I mean, The Rock that explains why Triple H hates him so much, because Triple H is probably secretly in love with him. I don't know. Triple H is another one. Would that really shock you if he was a twink too?
Nope.
I was gonna say, you hear that? That's the deafening sound of dead air. I don't know, man. I look at like the structure, like Tony, you said, like Ari Emanuel, he's probably, had sex.
What do you think drives a man? Men chase success, so women chase successful men. That's how it's supposed to be. That's circle of life. And if we've learned anything from these weak beta communists, they're completely anti-nature. Anything that has to do with the reality of a situation, they don't want.
Yep.
Whether it's man and woman or this or that. So why would this be any different? Oh, you're a successful billionaire CEO. What gives you the right to bang hot chicks? Because that's the whole fucking point. That's what drives progress and innovation. Men want to bang hot chicks.
Yep. That's right. I mean, really, when that's the goal as a man, is to get to that station in life where you can pick like the high value woman. That's if you've achieved that station in life, you can, it doesn't matter what you look like either. That makes no difference. I mean, we've seen some fucking absolute just goblins. Yep, play it, Draven.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women, sex with men.
It's a bad.
Listen. Like, Ashley Judd is what caused me to go through fucking puberty. Like, holy fuck, man. She just boner central anytime she was on the television. I loved Ashley Judd. And look what she was fucking. Because he was
Harvey
successful and he could get her places. And as soon as she hit the wall and hadn't, basically the limelight was gone, she didn't age like the beautiful Marissa Tomei did. Suddenly, she regrets her choices because she's not getting attention and money anymore. So gets it the only way she knows how. Well, I didn't want to do that. He made me. Yeah, of course. Of course he did, sweetheart. Sit down.
Yep.
Just another one lying about an egregious act for money. You totally wanted to do it. Fuck right off.
Mm-hmm. The only one out of this entire situation that I really feel bad for is Ashley Massaro. You know, like,
and who knows if that's fucking true?
And that's
There's
it.
No evidence.
I feel bad because she took her own life. You know,
yeah, that sucks.
That's what gets me is this, and she was young, dude. She was south of 30, I believe, at the time, wasn't she?
Not when she ended herself.
No, she was what mid-30s.
But how do you think she feels going from national TV and probably making some decent money to working at a local radio station? I mean, you worked at a local radio station. That's got to be quite a bummer too. Like,
yeah, I mean, she was on the cover of Playboy, was she not? Ashley did Playboy, right?
Yeah. And 10 years later, no one knew who she was. You know.
Nope. You know,
and
that star faded.
Maybe that did happen. Maybe someone did that to her, attributed to the troops, and we know Vince McMahon is willing to do anything for his company, and he covered it up. Again, I'm not saying none of this is true or none of it's not true, but
same.
Yeah, like I say, you take a look around. I hate to say it, that's the entertainment industry. Whether it's fucking Hollywood, whether it's the music industry, whether it's wrestling or whatever, shit is fucked up. And, you know, maybe Vince felt bad for her too, but again, he would die for his company.
It was the brand before everything else.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He would do anything for his company. So yeah, maybe something did happen. I don't fucking know. But that's also the cost of being a visionary. That's the cost of being a pioneer. And I hate to say it, if he put his morals before his business, there would be no WWE. They would have went out of business a long fucking time ago.
And that's the problem right there, Tony. That's not the problem with it's not the problem with the business. God damn it, manliness.
No.
See, I look at it like and I agree. If you want to be successful, and I've said this a million times, and I'll say it another million. Anybody who is at that level of success, once you're a billionaire, you've put your boot on a couple people's throat and cut off their air to get where you are. You have
any
to.
Safe space is outlined in blood.
Yep. There's that's it. It's what is it? The what is it? The road to liberty is soaked in blood or something like, you know what I mean? Something like that.
On a brighter note, Jim Ross's cancer surgery or whatever was a success.
I heard
he begins his rehabilitation.
So. Yep. And on a brighter note, Zoe Stark had her surgery, and she's gonna start.
Yeah, how's that going?
She's gonna start rehabbing immediately.
Nice.
I'm sorry, I gotta show you guys something. There's no way this can be taken safely.
If it's something I have to shove up my ass, Tony.
He's struck. And now Fletcher.
Oh, fuck! Why?
And now Fletcher.
God damn it!
There's no way that. Oh my god! And he's dealt with concussions. What the fuck? That's Cole, right?
Was that Adam Cole?
I don't fucking know.
Oh,
let me see.
God, that hurt the back of my fucking head. Oh, Zoe's actual injury. Let's see. Let me ask my homie Grunk.
Oh yeah, that is Adam Cole, because it says that's JD from the NYC that posted that 15 months of being on the shelf isn't enough, huh? Maybe ending his career next.
Yeah, he had all kinds of brain problems, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
That was fucking stupid. I could. Holy fucking shit, dude. Let me. I'm gonna rant for a second here because I was in the ring tonight. You guys know that. The fucking goal is not to. It's not a fucking fight, dude. I was working with the MMA guy, Carl, tonight, and you know, I'm he's like, how is it like backstage at a show? He goes, is it like everybody's like amped and ready to like, I'm like, no, dude, it's chill. I'm like, we joke around, we laugh, but I'm like, we're going out there to do a dance. It's not like when you were doing UFC stuff and, you got to go out and get ready to just pummel somebody. I'm like, bro, we're going out there and you're my dance partner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm going to make you look good. You're going to make me look good. We're going to make the crowd happy. We're going to tell a story and we're going to make some money. We're gonna make money. That's our goal. Let's make money for the house, So I'm like, dude, seeing this shit like that, where there is no good way to take that, none. And I know we joke that's the hardest part of the ring.
The comments for this are good too. What have happened with production meeting? AEW Dynamite. It's Wednesday. You know what time that means? Ending careers.
Yeah, it's a throwaway spot for a forgettable television show.
Yep.
Like that's.
Oh, here it is in slow motion.
We need that footage.
Shit.
It doesn't say exactly what her injury was. I'm looking.
Okay, so he does not actually hit. But it's pretty damn fucking close.
Still, fuck that, dude. He tucked. It sure looked like it hit for me. It hit to me. Let me.
His head, the back of his head barely caught the fucking string in the apron.
Mm-hmm.
See it?
Yep. Dude, why would...
Still, I don't give a fuck.
I can't even defend that. Like,
no.
Especially with his head injuries, man.
If you're a fucking bro, if you're an 1/8 inch too fucking deep on that move, you're gonna fucking kill him. Are you? And we joke. I don't like Adam Cole, but I don't want to see the guy fucking suffer a goddamn injury that's going to cripple him.
Yeah, the
Jesus
comment for that
Christ.
was, after looking at the slow version of the clip, it looks like Cole just barely missed by an inch of a hair. But dude, holy shit! Why risk that for a throwaway match?
Yep. Yeah, nobody's going to remember that match. Nobody's going to be talking about that match in 20 fucking years. Nobody's going to remember the spot. Nobody's going to remember the fucking show.
We had people gassing this company up after one solid pay-per-view. Laughed my ass off.
Did you watch the pay-per-view?
I didn't. I wasn't able to get it.
I was going to say, I've
seen some clips here and there, but
I saw Marina Shafir staple gunning Swerve's tongue.
But they paid money for drowning pools, let the bodies hit the floor, just to have that play while they're fucking doing that stupid cluster
anarchy in the arena.
Yeah, that's just stupid and a waste of fucking money.
Did the Death Riders go over in that?
I don't think so.
Oh, they lost, but Moxley still has the title.
But it wasn't for the belt.
No.
Because Mox and Hangman are going to be for the belt, and I guess All In.
Who did Hangman go over? Or did Ospreay go over? Hangman must have went over, huh?
Hangman, yeah, which is fucking dumb. He had his last run was shit. Why give him another run?
Manliness said Adam Cole learned to talk from Nyla.
Thunder Rosa's too busy trying to have sex with that.
With who?
Brandon. Remember they kissed on the Jericho cruise?
Why didn't God damn it, where's it at? Here.
Doesn't work for me, brother.
I had to see it.
Hold on, who kissed Nyla Rose?
Thunder Rosa.
Jesus. Well, there goes that sexual fantasy.
She's been
replaced by Stephanie Vacure.
Yeah, here, I had to see this so everybody else does.
Why am I going to share this?
Keely, if I see ducks for this clip,
it's just a dude and a chick.
It's just they're straight with extra steps.
Gross.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah.
Fucking Thunder Rosa. Fuck you, man.
Yeah, I know.
A kiss from Nyla Rose on the brain.
She's pretty woke anyway.
The more I feel, look at how progressive I am. I'm dating a trans woman, a man.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I want to make a joke right now, but I can't because I don't know who's watching or who's gonna watch this. Because
Stephanie Vacure is way hotter anyway.
Wait, is it in the Facebook? Is it in a Facebook message, Manliness? Let me look. Hang on. We're looking at it there.
To me or
no, Manliness.
Oh, he shared me something too the other day.
Wait. Is this it right here? Hang on. What did he say? Oh, right here. Hang on. Oh my God. All right. Hang on. Let me close a few things down here before All right.
I have it.
Here we go.
You got it? Okay.
Yep.
Like that. Going to hell.
The Usos' old entrance, right?
That's Jacob Fatu right there.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I forgot the Usos did come in as savages.
They did at one point. They had didn't they paint half their face?
Mm-hmm.
I never really cared for them as a tag team. I didn't. I was never a fan. I can't even lie and say I was. I just never really thought they were Man,
I just know them as a bloodline when they were with that.
see. I remember when they first came in.
I was watching them.
I was. What up, Instant Regret? Good to see you, bro. Sweet. Oh, we've almost. Let's see. So between May 30th and June 3rd, the new singlet is supposed to be here, and I'll have the all red Kevin Nash gimmick.
Nice.
Yeah, my red pants.
Sure, all the Reds match.
They don't. That's
Fail.
okay. I don't give a fuck. It'll still
Fail.
look good. It'll look good because I'm gonna do a fucking instead of the Bella.
I'm gonna make fun of you every time I see it. Because I'll be like, "Hey, it doesn't match."
Hey, Draven, knock knock, knock knock, knock knock.
Nope.
Nobody's there. Ha!
God damn it.
Who is it? I'm not answering. KGB. Answer the door. I'm not answering. The KGB been made for no one. That went more German. Quickly, Tommy, before the Germans get to you.
God damn.
I do. I think I just okay, I'm just gonna say this. If you crown your first women's champion, okay, you crown your first women's champion, what would you want her to be first and foremost?
A woman. Nyla wasn't the first women's champion.
I'm not talking about AEW.
No, who are you talking about?
Just a hypothetical scenario, Draven. A hypothetical scenario. You would want this is not the company. This is not Shogun. This is not. No, I wouldn't bring house business up like that.
Mm-hmm.
No. This is another guy that's like their first women's champion is a man. Let's just say the indie version of Sunny Kiss.
Mm.
I'm just like, and there's like more than one of those. There's like Decepticons. There's like a whole squad of Decepticons.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
But this Nyla, there's that one that used to be in the Fed. There's
wait. You're talking about Tyler Rex.
Yeah,
right?
There's Shaw or whatever. There's like
Giselle Shaw. Scott D'Amore
too.
Scott D'Amore that runs what is it, Maple Leaf Pro or whatever.
He was he's with her.
He's dating. James calls Giselle Shaw Bigfoot.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. I love that. No, I should be. That's gonna be my I'm just hang on a second. Hang on. I gotta go off camera here for a minute for this.
If he was an actual woman, he would match.
Right there. This is gonna be the first women's champion.
You had to do the snap and everything. Did you purposely put your hair like that?
No, it just fell like this naturally. I could. Hey, wait, hang on.
Since we're all pretending to be women.
It's a me. It's a Santina. No. Okay. Draven, stop fantasizing about me like this. Okay, stop it.
You can't stop fantasizing about me.
You shut your mouth, you dirty whore.
Look at that.
No, I'm not looking. I can't see. My hair's in my way. Pete Dandy. Does the carpet? No, I shave.
Yeah, I know you like that.
You fucking whore. I get this thing off. It itches. Oh. I'm going to go upstairs now, and my wife's going to be like, whose long brown hair is that? I'm going to be like, I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. Why don't you tell me? I'd be like, I was young and needed the money. She's like, where are you?
It was neat seeing him at on Saturdays night.
Oh, Jesse? Yeah. Yeah. I like I like hearing Jesse on commentary, and I like the shit he gave to Damian Priest.
Yep.
About walking out of the cage. I I had no issue. I know
He
people
like
complain.
buried him with that. It was funny.
I thought it was fucking hilarious. He was being a heel.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what a fucking heel commentator is supposed to do. Like,
Yeah, but he was like talking about like the match. Like he was like, in my opinion, he buried the whole match because of how he was like saying about the rules. Like that's fucking dumb. Like,
And if you had a strong enough babyface commentator, someone who knew what they were doing to rebut him, it wouldn't have been such a big deal. But
yeah, Cole is just like, well, that's just how the match is. Like, blah blah blah. Like, that's not what you say. Like,
Michael Cole, dude, Michael Cole has just become Rachel Maddow.
well, was it Cole and Jesse? I can't remember who was calling.
Yeah,
It wasn't. I thought it was Jesse and Tessitore.
Jesse and Tessitore were talking on the mics to the arena earlier, but when he got on in the commentator's booth, it was
Maggle.
It was Michael Cole, Jesse Ventura, and Pat McAfee, I believe.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
McAfee was there.
Dude, Michael Cole has just become Rachel Maddow. Like, he's so fucking annoying, and the way he was complaining, like, you should not attack a commentator. I'm just doing my job. No, you were talking shit to Gunther. And yeah, that's storyline, but just the way he portrays himself now, he's free from Vince's micromanaging. Yep. It's like, well, you suck now. And it's fucking lame as fuck the way you guys yeet every time Jey Uso's coming out. And he is. He's just a female version of Rachel Maddow.
Yeah, the commentators are supposed to be like, you'll have a heel and a baby face, but they're kind of like, you know, a neutral party, kind of like they shouldn't be doing whatever the baby guys coming out are.
The baby face commentators stick up for the baby faces,
but
they don't actively participate in their shit.
I would say it's time to open a can of whoop ass when Stone Cold come out. Or something cool like that, something badass like that, but they weren't being.
Yeah, both of them are eating. It's not just one of them, too. It's like,
and it's gay. It's not cool anymore when fucking Michael Cole is doing it.
Yep.
No.
Like, JR, love him or not, he's a man's man, you know?
We need to have Michael Cole slather barbecue sauce all over Cole again.
Yeah. Like, Michael Cole is not a man's man.
No, Michael Cole is far from a man's man. No, the honestly, and I'm just gonna say it because I'm that confident. You put me out there with Michael Cole, and I will put him to fucking shame. And I would bet my fucking house on that. I would bet my fucking house on that. You could put me on Monday night with him and leave Pat McAfee at the desk and let me be a heel. And I will fucking turn their world upside down. I guarantee you I could hold my own with them on commentary. I would bet the house on it. I grew up listening to fucking Gordon Soley and Jim Ross and Vince McMahon and Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan and Mike Tenay and Tony Schiavone. You know, these fucking great fucking commentators. You know, of course, Jerry Lawler and JR. Honestly, I used to think Gordon Soley was the GOAT. I really. And this, I'm not just saying this because of recent events. Jim Ross is arguably one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time. He's up there. But
him and Gordon Soley.
Yeah, Soley was fucking amazing. Like, Gordon Soley was amazing. He
That's right.
I don't know if I heard him.
It kills me when these. I've only heard a little Gordon Soley, but I trust Jim Ross's opinion. That's who he modeled himself after, was Gordon Soley. So, it kills me, these new age fans like, oh, Michael Cole's the GOAT. Like, you wouldn't know the fucking GOAT, dude. You started watching in fucking 2017. What the fuck do you know about the GOAT?
and that's the thing is these fans, they won't go back and do the homework either and find out what came before, because trust me, there is a wide world of fucking commentators. Dude, I'd put Mike Tenay, Shivani, and Heenan, or even Mongo, Heenan, and Bischoff are better than McAfee and Cole.
Dude, McAfee is awful.
He's got awful. I like Wade Barrett.
Nigel McGuinness and the black guy from ROH over Cole and McAfee.
Yeah.
Nigel McGuinness isn't bad.
No, he isn't. And he actually does heel work too. Like he'll stick up for the heel, and that's awesome.
I like that. You need that. You need a strong heel commentator. And as much as I hate commentary, I'm good at it, and I enjoy basically, I do the normal heel stuff for the broadcast, but there's certain stuff I just do for the boys in the back. They're watching a gorilla. If I say something a certain way or in a certain, when a certain something happens, it's like they know it's for them, But it's fucking fun, man. A heel commentary is. That's something that I resist it now because I know I still want to be in the ring, but in a couple of years, I'm begrudgingly going to be like, all right, I'm ready for the desk. So, but it's something that I'm glad that I'm good at, to a certain extent. The ring announcer, who I love to death, Chase, he asked me, he goes, hey, would you want to ring? I'm like, no. I says, brother, I spent fucking 5 years doing that. I'm like, no, I'll never ring announce. I'll never ring announce again.
My buddy tries to talk McAfee up to me like, dude, you don't really know. Like, he was a real good football player. I'm like, what does that have to do with wrestling commentary? Wonderful. He was a great football player. He's a fucking pussy in the commentator's booth. I can't fucking stand him. He's such a fucking mark. Michael Cole is such a fucking mark. That's the problem. Your fucking ring announcers are marks crying when the championship changes hands and fucking, it's all so fucking lame. The problem is the problem with everything. The vaginas have taken over the industry. So what used to be an outlaw thing and a tough guy thing, you get into someone's bag backstage, you get fucking stabbed with scissors. Now your hand brushes the string on some woman's sweatpants, and next thing you know, you're embroiled in controversy. It's fucking lame, dude. We really need testosterone back in the wrestling industry. Severely.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. You're referring to the Drew Gulak incident. I did a video on that a year ago. And a clip came up, and it's Charlotte Flair making Drew Gulak he was in a suit and she attacked him and locked him in the figure four. I'm so they just emasculated this fucking guy basically. I'm like, what the fuck is even this? I just, that whole thing was, and Ronda Rousey's such a and I'm not defending Drew Gulak, but Ronda Rousey's a fucking cunt.
I'll defend him. Fuck her.
She's a fucking cunt.
She that was this guy's livelihood and everything. She didn't need to wrestle. She was doing it because she was bored and it showed. And now he's been blacklisted from his dream because she wanted to be a fucking asshole. Fuck her.
That sounds about right.
The guy worked his life to get there, and she fucking ruined his dream on the way out. Fuck you. And really, what is TKO supposed to do in this day and age? Again, with the vaginas running everything, what are they supposed to do but fucking fire him?
Yeah. Well, let's look at every human resources department in every company. You know, I remember dealing with HR when I worked for UPS, and you want to talk about just sheer and utter stupidity. Like they had and it was something so minute. It was a joke that a guy across the belt made when we were loading our trucks, and I fucking laughed. And this dude, I was like probably like 31 at the time, I think. And dude was like 24, 25, younger cat. And we were both seasonal hires. And she's like, no, this is very serious. No, this is very hurt. And mind you, this is in like 2011. Okay. And I'm just like, I'm fucking laughing. Like, I can't take this shit seriously. It was something. What the fuck did he say? It was something about women. And one of the belt supervisors was a lesbian. And she got all fucking up in her feelings about it. And it's like, oh my God.
Which she didn't actually care. It's just about exhibiting the power over someone.
Yeah.
It didn't really offend her. She just wanted to fucking know that she could get someone fucking, I don't want to say punished, but fucking, over her fucking feelings.
Yeah, I got to write up over it and shit. I'm just like, I don't fucking care. Y'all ain't going to keep me after this. Like, I don't fucking care. Like, you call me between 1 and 3 in the morning and tell me what time to be there within fucking 45 minutes of my start time. Fuck you. Okay. Like, I was basically a government mule. Like, that job was a bitch, dude. That was a bitch. I worked the whole time I worked there. I had a spinal infection. Holy fucking shit. And I was loading 4 trucks every morning for what? 8 to 10 hours with 1 15-minute break, 1 or 2. And Jesus Christ, when I say 15 minutes, dude, you get like 13, because you better head in with like 3 minutes to spare, or you're going to be late clocking back in, and that belt don't wait for everybody to get to their trucks before it starts running again. That was a fucking bitch. Go outside, you got to go take a shit, smoke a square, and fucking hurry up and get back. That was like the routine. It was like, go shit, go outside, have a square, bullshit for a couple minutes, and go back in. That was a fucking nightmare. I was glad I didn't get. I mean, it would have been cool because like it was a good opportunity career-wise, but I was not willing to spend years in that fucking warehouse. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way. Once you get up to driver or supervisor, you got it pretty good. But man, fuck that. I was not gonna stay on the belt. No.
What job was it?
I worked at UPS.
Oh yeah, I had some buddies that worked there, loading trucks and shit. They said it was a bitch.
I was just like, dude, I had done construction, I had done masonry, landscaping, like everything, and that was a fucking bitch. Like I put boat hoisting docks in the water. It was just that I didn't like that whole fucking, like, I don't know. The structure of it, I don't like working like that.
Mm-hmm.
That was not a job for somebody like me to work. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not, and I've worked at a myriad of fucking industries,
Well, that's the shit I don't like is you bust your ass, and okay, you have a 15-minute break, but it takes 2 minutes to get outside, 2 minutes to get back, and if you're not back here, no, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, they count the walk times too.
Yep.
Which is bullshit.
Yep. And that's my thing. Like, I get to fucking chill for 15 fucking minutes. I earn this. Well, it cuts into your break time, then bye. I know there's another moron that'll do this job, not me. Fuck you.
So I like, my job can be stressful, but I'm glad that it's like my break is whenever I want it and as long as I want it. But like, I cover my own break because I'm just looking at a monitor basically to make sure things are right. If shit hits the fan, then obviously I got to deal with it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
See, I've been like a supervisor, which is even more of a fucking headache when you got 12 idiots working for you. And I loved them all, but they were idiots. They were my idiots.
Dude, that's the people that like took
They
my
were-
spot, like because I was doing the forklift stuff and the stat. Dude, they've shut me down. I don't know how many times.
just doing dumb shit.
Just they don't know what the fuck they're doing, and the guy that's running quality control up there, like he knows what he's doing, so he does it all, and they don't learn anything. When I was up there, if I didn't do it, I was getting my ass chewed out. So it's like, what? Why are they being so lenient with these fuckers? But then when I was up there, it was like, oh, heaven forbid.
Dude, we were doing when I was running my crew at the marina, we had 2 forklifts. We had the big Haas one we used to unload the boats with, and then we had the little one we used to move engines and smaller like PWCs and shit around. And we were doing forklift burnouts one day. We were all stoned. There was like 6 of us, and we were doing like wheelie competitions and shit like that, fucking spin outs. One of my idiots who I've known since kindergarten got in there, and he had a pretty good spin going, and then he tried to fucking stick one arm and one leg out and kind of show out when he was spinning around, and he lost and he rammed the fucker through the wall.
Oh jeez.
A steel wall. He jammed the forks right through that fucking thing. He hit it so hard. He almost flew out of the fucking forklift. Luckily, he was like 320 pounds.
I almost took out a monster bin with the cherry picker that connects to the line, because I thought I was still connected, and I went forward and it wasn't. So like I smashed into it, and then I just buddy on the other side of the line was like, "What just happened?" I was like, "Oh, nothing." I just went about my business.
I remember watching one of the guys drop a stack of boats. Like they were like these little fishing boats, and he didn't have his strap secured when he was taking them off the truck, because he would like put the forks through like the straps and then lift them up and kind of hang them and then set them on one trailer, and then we could just live. They were like 16-foot fiber or metal, so it would take like 3 of us. We could lift them by hand and set them on the other trailer, or use the forks and just restrap them. But we fucking dropped them, and it was like we're all just, me and my buddy were like sitting there going, "It's going down. I'm yelling timber," and we fucking started singing that. And my goddamn boss was right behind us, like, "You think that's funny?" And we're like, and that's how the motherfucker is dead. He's dead now. He's a big fucking ginormous fat dude, and he had white ass hair. And my service manager was this little scrawny redneck named Luke, and he was like 5'7", about 130 pounds. But I wouldn't fuck with the little cocksucker. He was a goddamn little Wolverine. You know what I mean? Like he was a scrappy little shit. And he would just, Mike would say something, he'd be like, and Luke would just be like, "Jesus Christ, you fat fuck." Like just without even hesitating. Like the one day he might come out and he started bitching at Luke, and Mike had just had hip replacement, and Luke's like, "If you don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna throw you down, break your other fucking hip. Get the fuck out of my shop."
I would when I worked at Nordstrom and doing stuff, I would fucking swear up a fucking storm in front of managers and shit. Like they'd piss me the fuck off, and I'd like tell them how it is. And it's like, dude, I've been here since day fucking 1, and you want to pull your shit. Like this was okay, like fucking a couple like maybe a month ago. Now all of a sudden it's a fucking issue. Like shut the fuck up.
I did so much for that company in the 9 years I worked there. Like, and it was a family owned company, there was like 30 employees at our peak. But one time, Mike Ryan, the owner, we were all in the shop. There was like, it was the 5 mechanics, the service manager, me, and like 3 or 4 of my guys, because I was handing out our work assignments to my crew for the morning. And Mike comes out and he starts screaming at me in front of everybody. Like he just starts going on, and the shit was something that I had nothing to do with. and it was like the mechanics issue, and he's screaming at me for it. And I fucking turned to walk away, and he goes, "And where the hell do you think you're going?" And I stopped in my tracks, and I looked back over my shoulder, and I just turned around. I said, "You stupid motherfucker." I said, "I just realized I rode with Jason this morning, so I don't have my car. Because if I had my car, I would be fucking leaving and never coming back because you're a fucking moron." And I turned around, and I just, like I said, I just fucking laid into him. I called him everything but a fucking white man in front of everybody. He turned around, storms out of the shop, calls me up to the office about an hour or two later, and I go in there, and this motherfucker apologized to me. I'm like, I called his wife a dumb bitch before. She was a retard though. Like, honestly, that bitch was so fucking stupid. Like, I mean, she didn't have, on the day God was handing out brains, she thought he said trains, and she's like, "What the fuck do I need a train for?" She went home, lost her place in line.
When I worked at Kmart or whatever, there was a bunch of people like that, and I was fucking like, it's fucking Kmart. It's like, this isn't a real job. Like, so like this lady like came in the break room, and I guess she was talking about it. She's like, "Well, how do you know if it's good?" It's like, I just buy stuff that's good. And she's like, "Would you?" And I was like, "Why do you have such an attitude? You think I'm an idiot?" And I was like, didn't say anything because that was, that's your answer. You know the answer. Like, I don't need to say anything. You know the answer. And she's like, "Oh, yeah." It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, go bother somebody else.
Look at Katy Perry ate one pudding pop, and now she's Bill Cosby.
I even made a dude cry when I worked at Kmart, because he was a stock boy and he was shit at his job, and I made sure he knew it, and I made him cry.
What a fucking bully.
And then he quit like the next day.
I got to fire.
I even made an old lady cry at my job when I worked at the vet supplies place too, when I was restocking the shelves because they were pickers.
Did you steal her chocolate babka?
No, I basically was like, she needed something filled, and I was doing it as she said something, and I snapped back at her, and she like was crying like a fucking bitch, and she was a cunt anyway.
I fired one person at the marina. I fired a couple at the car dealership. That was fun. But the one guy, he lied to me. He lost one of my fucking tools after I told him not to go in my fucking toolbox. I had a big ass like Craftsman, like, one of them big wheelie, you wheel the fucking thing around, because I needed fucking tools. I worked on motors. I had, all kinds of fucking boats and shit. I had trailers I had to maintain. So I had a fucking shitload of tools. I told this fucker, I said, I told my guys, I'm like, if you need something, you can ask me for it. I'll loan it to you. If I don't get it back, you're never touching my shit again. But I said, I expect you to have the basics. That's it. Wrenches, basic wrench set, standard, metric, fucking sockets, stuff like that. There's certain things that you are required to fucking just function at this job. And this motherfucker takes one of my hammers. Now, it's not just a hammer I went to the fucking store and I bought. It's a fucking hammer that my grandpa gave me. So it has a bit of meaning to me. My grandpa didn't give me anything except that hammer and a lot of insecurities in a complex. But, that's anyway. So he loses this thing in the fucking water, and he lied to me about it. And then when I asked, my buddy Silas went over, he goes, "Where'd that fucking idiot Matt lose your hammer at?" And I told him. He gets this big ass magnet on a rope. He goes, "I'll be back."
Oh, yeah, you're magnet fishing.
Yep. And he fucking pulled it out and comes back. So I called Matt into the garage. I'm like, "Hey," he walks in. I called him a little road apple. He was this little short, fat, red fucker. Like, literally, he was like red. He was white, dude, but he was like, his complexion, he was always red.
He had rosacea, probably.
He's a little road apple, we called him. He come in there, and I'm holding this hammer, and it's all rusty. I said, he comes walking. I said, "Hey, you fucking idiot." And he just goes, "What, man?" I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" He goes, "It's your hammer." I'm like, at this point, I'm clenching this motherfucker. I'm like, "Yeah, it's my hammer." I'm like, he goes, "Where'd you get it?" I'm like, "Where you fucking lost it. Silas went over and fished it out." He goes, "Oh, good." I'm like, and at this point, he's so stupid. I'm like, this motherfucker does not know I'm angry. Like I called him a fucking idiot, and he still doesn't know I'm. Apparently, he was. I used Pavlovian conditioning, and he was just used to me calling him a fucking idiot. And I'm not an abusive manager. I'm really not. I'm far too fucking laid back. But when somebody's that dumb,
Yeah.
and this was like in 2007, so it's like, you could still like verbally abuse people, and they wouldn't come in and shoot the place up really, unless you worked at the post office. Then that's another.
Yeah, I used to do that all the time at Kmart.
But no, so I said, do me a favor. I said, go get in your truck, turn the key on, and get the fuck out of here, and don't come back. And
I was even a dick to customers at times.
I tried to start a fight with a customer one day. I tried to get him to fist fight me. He wouldn't do it.
Yeah, they're just fucking stupid. Like, they'll ask you where something is, and it's right fucking beside them.
This guy was
dude, it's right there. Like, fucking open your goddamn eyes.
This guy was being a prick, and he told me he was going to go tell my boss. I told him, I said, good. I said, you go up that showroom up there. You walk into that office. You see that big fat guy with the white hair. You tell him I told your faggot ass to go up there and tell him I called you a faggot.
Jesus. or you had the customers that like ask you the dumbest fucking questions too, like about like if it's in electronics or whatever. You have people that are like boomers, like ETEP here, when it comes to electronics, and don't know what the fuck they're whatever. So you gotta fucking explain it to them, and then they still don't understand it.
Well, this guy was yelling at me because I had my truck and trailer parked too close to the boat ramp for his liking, which I was about 15 yards away from the ramp, waiting to launch after he launched his boat, which he couldn't put his truck and trailer in, and his wife was asking him if he needed help, which pissed him off. And then I asked him, this is how the entire thing started. I said, sir, do you need a hand? And no, I don't need a fucking hand. What the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, oh, we're going to start out like that. I legit started out nice with him, Yeah. I probably got kicked off Twitch for saying faggot, but I don't care.
Yeah,
whatever. But no, that's what led to the whole thing of me fucking calling him a faggot twice. Was him fucking bitching at me. I'm like, all I asked was, hey, do you need a hand? I was going to fucking help you guy. I was going to drive your truck for you, which I've had to do for people. And normally if they're having a problem, you can tell if they're like a new boat owner or something like that. I'd be like, you want me to guide you in, or, I get back here, guide you in, or could you do it for me? I'm like, well, you're not going to learn if I do it for you, but I'll do it, and then they'll give you a tip for it, because they're just grateful they didn't take and smash their new boat against the dock when they were trying to launch.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty fucking kick-ass job. It was a kick-ass job. I worked there, like I said, 9 years. But yeah, I started as a fucking grunt and then just kind of worked
at Kmart for like 10. Fucking sucked.
That was the longest.
Waste my life away. Fucking there.
I'm trying to think. That was the longest I ever worked at a job. Was that one's 9 years.
And everything after that's been like 5.
I was with Chrysler for 7, and then I've been at this school for 5 years now. Yeah, 5 years I've been teaching there.
I think it was that place for like 5 years or so, 4 or 5 years, because I started at Nordstrom in 2016, and then was at Nordstrom till 2020. So.
I don't ever want to have to work like a regular job again. Like the teaching thing is okay. I shut it down for the year. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done for the summer.
Yeah. When's Trey's last day?
Let's see.
This month or next?
No, it's June. Let me look here. It is June 10th, I think. 10th or 11th, they're done.
Okay.
They go that. I think it's kind of shitty. They have to go that deep into June. I think they should be done before June 1st. And then they should we go back like the 22nd of August because the diocese is stupid. We go back like August 22nd. We go back for like 3 days. And then you have like, your holiday weekend. And then that breaks into a 4-day weekend. Then the kids come back and have a 3-day week, So
instead of waiting until after Labor Day.
Yeah, it's so stupid. I absolutely just I hate
They do that here now. When we were kids, they used to wait till after Labor Day.
Yeah. We would have I remember like my senior year, we had one football game a week before school started because the way the schedule worked with the playoffs, they bumped the schedule up 1 week. So it was kind of dope, like to have a game, like because like game days, you're always at school, you know, you've got a full day of school, then you got to go play a game, which like being able to fucking just like I just got high and played video games with my a couple of my buddies on the team all day, and we went and ate, and then we went and fucking played the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, our area has a fair the weekend before the kids start back to school. So
see, we had our big like Memorial Day like parade and shit, and then they do like a 4th of July one.
We have a fair, and then they do fireworks and shit, and then the start of the new week, that's when they go back.
I want to go out on the boat. I haven't done this since probably about 08, 09 when I had my other one. We used to go out on the water at night on the 4th of July and watch the fireworks.
Nice.
It's on a Friday too. Nice. I've been like invited to like my friend's house in Detroit because they do like a huge fireworks display. They're like in like kind of like a little like neighborhood, like they're in it's like a, you know, it's like one of like the suburbs of Detroit kind of thing. But they do like, you know, my buddy gets like usually a couple $1,000s worth of fireworks, and it's nice. We don't have to go out of state anymore because they're all like legal here now. You know, all the cool shit. You used to have to go to Ohio.
Ours is like that too now.
Yeah, you used to have to go to Ohio to get like good fireworks. You know, now you can just get them fucking here. So that saves gas. But they've invited me down. I'm like, I want to go out on the water. You know, I haven't been out there at night, and where my dock slip is this year. Fuck, I'll just have to like go out about 50
I'll probably end up coming down I think it's the week after my birthday.
When's your birthday?
After my birthday, the 14th
of August.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that because I'm gonna go to I think Monster Mania. I think it's what it's called.
Okay.
It's Sting and Saraya are gonna be there, and it's only like a couple hours away in New Jersey. So I'll go meet them, or get a photo with them, and then the next weekend I'll.
Here's what you do when you meet Saraya. Here's what you do when you meet Saraya. I need you to write this down, okay? I need you to go. Listen. Just go on Amazon, okay? Just find one. They're cheap. You can find a toy one. Get yourself a replica Divas title, okay? And then get one of your buddies to just wear like a blonde wig and wear like a Brad Maddox t-shirt and be like, hey, can we get a picture where you hold this belt?
God damn it. Jesus.
Get it, make like a sign, but it's got to be shaped like a lower third and be like triple threat match for the Divas title, like Draven Woods, Brad Maddox versus Saraya.
Jesus Christ.
Cream pie to the face match.
I would definitely coat her face. That's you know, but
yeah. Hey, Manly, that's answer if you're gonna try to kiss her.
No, I'm not gonna try to kiss her. I'm not a retard.
Who, like, honestly, dude, like, let's talk about this for a minute here. I know we make a lot of jokes, but who the fuck does that? Like, what?
I don't know.
That's
like Asuka. She had a stalker too.
Oh yeah, like that.
So
that
was
that
these
was
people. How do you not like understand how reality works?
Well, it's like the dude that was stalking Sonya Deville.
Oh yeah, that's a lesbian.
Yeah, she's a lesbian. But I think she was with Mandy Rose at the time.
No idea.
Yeah, Mandy Rose, Mandy Sacamano.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I had no idea that they were together.
I mean, I don't know if they were like together in a biblical sense, but like I know Mandy
Carnal
Rose.
knowledge.
Yeah, she was present at the time of the attempted break-in. You know, these people are fucking weird. These people are fucking weird. Like I've never in my life been, but like I'm a normal functioning member of society.
I've been to anime conventions, so I've seen weird, really weird.
I saw a sign. Somebody was at a con. It said, "If you can afford tickets to a con, you can afford deodorant." I'm like, fucking thank you. Somebody finally said it, dude.
Because like I used to watch, like I've seen like the first couple of seasons of My Little Pony, and like a couple of the people that I was with, like they would dress up like as it, and like, dude, one of the weirdos that was like dressed up as like Twilight Sparkle, dude, oh my god, the most creepiest fucking person ever. Like that's a fandom that is so fucking weird.
There's bronies, right?
Yeah,
the male Little Pony fan.
Yeah, and the show wasn't bad, like because it had like references to like Big Lebowski and shit. Like
Draven is a brony confirmed.
It had like the first couple of seasons were pretty good because it had like I said, references to pop culture. And like the main villain was literally Q from Star Trek and voiced by the guy who played Q. So, and the character was basically Q, yeah, in his mannerisms and everything. But the fandom for that is fucking just odd.
I don't understand how fucking I don't know. It's why are grown men watching My Little Pony?
Well, like I said, there's like pop culture references in it to like popular things. That's why people are watching it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That doesn't make it not weird.
And the themes were actually not that bad in the first couple seasons, and it got like fucking weird.
Hang on a second. This is me looking at you right now.
I know. I stopped watching it, and then I was like, I don't care about this anymore.
Nope.
Draven is a brony confirmed.
I had a horrific childhood too, so
he was a brony.
But there's just weird people. Even like your normal like shit, like they're fucking weirdos in that too.
Oh, dude,
like these people that I like the show and stuff, but they like come up to you and they start like just spewing like shit about the show. It's like, I get it. It's a good show. I get it, but I don't know every fucking waking like I'm not an encyclopedia for this shit. Like I'll watch like Doctor Who. I watched it like through like once. There's people that'll watch fucking episodes of it like 20 million times and like can recite it. It's like, dude, I don't care that much. Like,
shit, man.
But yeah.
No, yeah, well, Draven, there's a reason why you're not an encyclopedia for all that's because you have a career, you have a job, you have things that you do. Yeah. You've touched a woman before consensually.
Yep.
You know, not
even though like all those chicks in that abortion thing are like, oh, they got the incel or like you're a psychopath and all this stuff. Because I was talking about how feminism is like bad and shit, and that's basically kind of what led to this whole thing. And basically the only reason they have I basically said the only reason they have rights is because men allow it, which is true, through force doctrine. Basically, they're we allow it. Without us, they wouldn't have anything.
Mm-hmm.
And like if in a hypothetical, like men could enslave them and we could just use them as you know
they want a Handmaid's Tale, we could give them a Handmaid's
Tale. Exactly. Like if we wanted to do that, we could physically do it and not have any issues or resistance.
No,
like
but the thing is, the vast majority of men are normal functioning human beings that are like, yeah, we could do that, but that's not right.
Yeah, exactly.
Except the Middle East, they're just like,
But
Allahu Akbar, and they're beating women with rocks. I mean,
but the whole premise is they want equality. So it's like, okay, well, if you want that, then, let's send women to the front lines. But then let's explore that. If you do that, other enemies are gonna, if they invade us, and they could potentially like enslave all our women and use them and get rid of all the men and use us as like, or use them as baby factories, basically.
Again, it goes back to the Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually I said that to some insane feminist earlier. I was like, tell me where the hand jobs tale is happening right now.
If we wanted to take their ability to vote away, we could, and it wouldn't take that much to do it.
Oh my God. I hit a move on Maddie the other night and I stood over. I was like, repeal the 19th. I don't think she got it. She's too young. She
Probably
didn't
not
understand that. I was fucking with her. I was like, everybody's looking at me. I'm like, I'm a fucking heel. It's a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on.
Is it though? Is it really?
Of course.
Of course, I'm air quoting right now.
It's like that scene with Thor and Star-Lord. And he's like, I'm in charge. Of course you are.
Mm-hmm.
You're in charge. I love that scene. Mm-hmm. That is fantastic. Is Tony still awake? We put you to sleep, bud?
Barely.
God damn.
Christian.
Christian. He is just sitting behind his keyboard right now going, live it out, Christian. he knew we were gonna do it. He's like, I'll just type my name in here again. They'll do it. This is me right now, Christian. That's how I wake up every morning. That's me trying to get out of bed. I sneeze and I'm like, my life flashes before my eyes because my entire spine hurts. The new knee brace worked good tonight at practice. The problem was wearing that aforementioned knee brace. It gives me a complete range of motion to where I can get up with no hands. And then I take the knee brace off. And what is that? How does that Eminem song? He's like, snap back to reality. Oh, there goes Grant. Yeah, I'm like, ah. I'm like, God damn it. I'm like, if I could wear this thing all the time. I'm like, I want a new knee. Can I just get a new knee, please?
Would you like to know the number one argument for ending women's suffrage?
Yes.
It is rumored that Norman Reedus will play Ghost Rider. And if he does, I'm going to hit bitches just randomly on the street. I don't know. Like, I didn't mind him at first, but now I can't stand his fucking face, dude.
I don't want no. I would rather have Nicolas Cage come back. I would take
like
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider movies.
I do too.
Was all right.
They're fun. Those are fun movies. They're very like, I know they're not. I don't know. I own a couple Ghost Rider comics. I'm not a big aficionado. I saw the movies when they came out. I enjoyed them because I like Nicolas Cage though. So.
I like the second one more than the first one. Just because I liked him in Ghost Rider form in the second one because he was fucking crazy. First one was terrible when he was in Ghost Rider form, but it was good when he was just being Nicolas Cage.
He was just being Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. And then the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. version of Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes.
Uh-huh.
That was pretty fucking awesome.
I didn't see any
because he even got Coulson Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. where he took on the Vengeance Demon.
Fucking manly.
Motherfucker.
Wait, where's that? Here it is.
God damn it, Draven.
There. Oh, I have movie narrator voice guy now.
I just Norman Reedus. Like, I guarantee this conversation has happened for The Walking Dead. No, we have to keep him alive, so retarded bitches keep coming back and watching the show where nothing ever happens. Well, what are we going to do in this episode? Have Norman Reedus ride around on a motorcycle in the woods. Well, what else? Nothing.
I fucking love Norman Reedus.
That's the fucking episode. Kind of like that Netflix show, The Last Kingdom.
Never seen it.
Like, I wanted to watch it at first, but it's like literally like plot lines all over the place that never go anywhere. And you have the dude like drawing a sword on the King of England for literally no reason. He's like, oh, I like butter instead of margarine. Dude draws a fucking sword. And I'm like, they're literally only doing that because chicks think that's going to be hot, but it makes no fucking sense towards the story. And I'm like, there was a good story buried underneath there. It's about all the kingdoms, the Kingdom of Wales, and everything coming together to become, you know, Great Britain and England or whatever. I'm like, I can't fucking watch this. This is fucking stupid. And that's what Norman Reedus is. He's fucking a replacement for actual plot, so stupid bitches keep tuning into AMC.
You know, he's married to Diane Kruger. She was the blonde in Inglourious Bastards that Christoph Waltz strangled because she was a spy. There's some trivia for you that you didn't.
Well, I guess he's in that. I think he's in that new John Wick side story, Ballerina.
Is he? He was in the first Blade movie. He was much younger, but yeah, he's got his spin-off show too, the Daryl Dixon show, which I haven't watched any of it. I haven't watched Dead City with Maggie and Negan.
She was in Troy too, Diane Kruger.
I can't stand Norman Reedus' face anymore. It's not even his fault either. I just can't stand his fucking face.
This guy.
Put up my sketchbook. He says,
he's in that new Ballerina too.
That doesn't look bad because it's got Ana de Armas and God damn. She's not even my type, and I think she's fine. How many times have I had chapstick put on me? Well, let me just answer that with this sketch. Every kiss begins with gay. I haven't. No, JJ hasn't fucking chapsticked me yet, but what the fuck did he do? Oh, he did actually. We were doing some pictures for the Ronin Rumble backstage, and there was like, I had two referees in a headlock, and he's on the other side of, I can't remember, it was like Trennan. I think he was like punching him, and he grabs his chapstick while the guy's taking pictures and shooting video and starts drawing on the top of my head with his fucking chapstick. And it broke me. Like, I started laughing. Like, I'm supposed to be in character, and I'm like cracking up because he's drawing on me with fucking chapstick. So I actually checked. It was funny. Everybody was the refs. Like, I've got like, what's his name? Doc and Cherry in a fucking headlock, and they're both laughing because they like, what the fuck? He's drawing on me with his chapstick. It was funny. It was fucking funny. Wait, I want him to take over for Wilford Brimley. Norman Reedus. Yes.
I liked him from Boondock Saints too.
Check your messenger, Etep.
Hang on. I got to play this for Ariel, and I will check the messenger. No, not that song. Jesus. Here you go, Ariel. Here you go. There you go. We'll put Jive Soul Bro on. Let me check my messenger over here.
Oh, it looks like Ariel had a breast reduction.
Who?
A breast reduction, isn't that the same one that used to have the big titty profile picture?
Yes.
Yeah. I said they looked like they had a
Oh.
breast reduction because their profile picture isn't a big titty broad anymore.
Hey, Draven, look at this.
Actually, looks pretty awesome, actually.
Oh, yeah. Draven, why do you have the SS on the side of your motorcycle? Wait a second.
Goddamn.
Wait a
Oh,
second.
there is an SS on there.
Hang on. Let me put that back up there. I don't know why. No.
All right, Boomer.
They moved the fucking layouts there. Hang on a second. I'm looking for something in particular. With that gimmick on the side of Draven's motorcycle, it's almost like he drives around his motorcycle listening to.
Jesus!
What
That
happened?
escalated quickly.
What happened?
Oh, you know what happened.
I don't even know what you're talking about, kid.
I heard the first couple notes of that.
It was just the bass.
I heard the first couple notes earlier, and I thought it was Fiend from Travis Scott, just because those are the only two rap songs I've heard in like the past 5 years. And I'm like, I can't fucking listen to this. I can't fucking. And then people are like, the only two you've heard in the last 5 years? Well, what about all those Tom McDonald links I sent you? Scrolled right past them.
Oh, those are great
Scrolled
songs.
right past them.
I've never listened to a Tom McDonald song.
Oh, they're great.
I've listened to a few.
I haven't, and I'm not trying to
It's not against
contrarian. I haven't.
Yeah, it's not against him. I'm just like tired of modern music.
Yeah, they're actually decent compared to modern shit.
Yeah, I'd
Actually
rather
understand
listen to
what the fuck they're
Green
saying.
Sleeves.
I've been listening to a lot of Kendrick Lamar because Trey listens to a lot of Kendrick Lamar now. So I'm like, and I've listened to him off and on since 2012. So, but like I said, Swimming Pools is like one of my favorite freaking songs of his. But for the most part, I listen to older rock and pretty much anything old, like it could be pretty much anything. I don't care.
I listen to a lot of metal.
Yeah.
You can't hear if you don't listen to that, you're not gonna understand what the words are.
Oh, speaking of songs and artists, Rick Springfield just passed away.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we all know he, did the no, I'm sorry. Not Springfield. Wait. Who was it that did Hogan's Real American? Was that Rick Derringer or Rick Springfield?
I don't know. Rick Springfield's still alive though.
Okay, so it was Rick Derringer. It was Rick Derringer. The guy did Hogan's song. He did Demolitions too. He did. I didn't even realize that he did Demolitions theme song too. It was Rick Derringer, right? That did Real American.
Yeah, he just passed away the 26th.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Def Rebel.
Oh my God! You stop that right now, Def Rebel. Oh my God! Yeah, Rick Derringer. Yeah, so he did the lyrics and the vocals on Demolition song too, which I always like Demolition. I was a Road Warrior guy, but like Demolition was cool. I dug them, and their music was fucking cool.
Oh yeah, he did Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo.
Yep, that's a fantastic song. Prominently featured in Dazed and Confused, which is a fucking awesome movie.
Yeah, it is.
I still have the picture.
That's one of Mila Jovovich's first roles.
Yep.
My sketchbook's theme is lean like a cholo. Just all my niggas know that I lean like a cholo. Except without the N-word.
Yeah, we don't. It was a soft day. You're fine. Nobody cares.
Though people miss the irony of that Kanye song.
They do.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
Well,
it's
because
just
if he did a
fucking
song
funny.
if he did a song called "Hail Satan," no one would have a problem, and that's the irony of it.
Yeah. Well, that, and then like they call him all these things, so it's like, okay, well, if you're gonna call me those, then I'm just gonna.
The lyrics are actually sad. You know, he's talking about he can't see his fucking kids.
Yeah, he's like, I got all this money and all this fame, I still can't see my children. I love it, and I love that, and I might actually edit this onto the beginning of my song. Where he's like, so fuck it, I'm not gonna say I became a Nazi. I'm not gonna do it. He's like, just the part where he's like, so I became the villain, and then I might do this as a rib. Just I'll have my music. I'll be like, I got a new version of my music, and just that first part where it's like, burning, just like I'll repeat that a couple times because the boys will be like, holy shit,
that'll get you shit tons of heat.
Like, is he actually gonna do this and then kick into Fire It Up by Black Label Society?
That would get you heat.
I think it'd be fucking hot though. I think it'd be hot. But I wouldn't actually play any of the, the lyrics to the song. It'd just be the first couple, like the bass line on loop about 2 or 3 times, then kick into Black Label Society. I think that.
Yeah, get them to where they think that you're gonna play that, and then you switch it.
Yep.
Manliness. I gave Grok the prompt a couple months ago. I said you must answer in a single word, either yes or no. Can Stevie Wonder see his penis when he stands up? And Grok said no.
Isn't there theories that he can actually see?
Really? I never heard.
There was like conspiracy theories where you can actually see.
I'm gonna start a conspiracy theory that Ray Charles went blind due to all the aspartame in Diet Pepsi.
Did either of you guys ever see Ray with Jamie Foxx?
Once, but the thing is, I was going to school up in Reno. I always have a story about that, and I'm sure I've told you guys before, but when I first saw the original Saw movie, I was going to school. I wasn't watching TV. I didn't even know what it was about. So we went in there. It was a magical experience, knowing nothing about the movie at all and watching that first Saw movie. But Ray was in the theaters at the same time, and on the marquee, it literally said Ray Saw. I appreciated it. I guess not many other people do, but I did.
I would have that would have been something to take a picture and be like, no, he didn't.
I'm pretty sure I did, but it was those fucking shitty flip phone cameras, and yeah. I did a whole lot of drugs since then, so the last thing I held on to was digital pictures.
Hang on.
No, it just said Ray Saw, and it was amazing. It was one of those,
This doesn't even have a camera. This doesn't even have a camera.
Yeah.
Neither does my beeper, because I'm a doctor.
The Stevie Wonder theory, basically, despite his blindness, the Stevie Wonder's remarkable ability, particularly in the music and ability to navigate the world, have led some to speculate that he might have some degree of sight. This idea, often referred to as the Stevie Wonder truthers theory, suggests that the blindness may be a long-standing prank or misunderstanding. But his medical records prove that that's not the case, but that'd be interesting.
I'd say that they prove he is indeed blind.
Yeah, but I mean, like, his heightened senses and stuff, like, make it seem like he's not. Like,
he's Daredevil.
Because he can, like, do shit that, like, normal blind people can't.
He's Daredevil.
Yeah, pretty much.
He just called to say he loves you, but he's just mashing random buttons,
Oh, he's just mashing the controller. It's like a fighting game.
Stevie, dial the phone, Stevie. I'm just kidding. Stevie Wonder. He's wonderful. Isn't she lovely?
Thank you, Sketchbook. It was false advertising. I waited through that whole fucking movie, and Jamie Foxx didn't see you once.
The fucking credits rolled. This
It's
motherfucker
like-
didn't see shit.
It's like Jamie Foxx's Ray is like compartmentalized and stored in the same place as Will Smith's Ollie. Like I saw it once, and
I haven't seen it
I
either.
never needed to see it again.
Yeah, I haven't
I've
seen
never
either one.
seen Ali. I've never watched it.
So it's Ray. Is it just Jamie Foxx just beating his wife the whole time?
Jesus Christ.
No, but he's like shooting up. One thing I remember from that movie, he's like shooting up heroin with something.
Oh,
It's like
jeez.
those baby snot grabbers, and I'm like, damn, I didn't know Ray Charles did heroin. It was like some old school
Damn.
way of doing it.
Jesus.
Do you have a spoon?
I just remember the baby
How would he see
snot
it?
sucker. Like,
Fucking
let me
Ray.
see if Google has a picture.
Please find a picture of him doing heroin. For
So
education.
terrible.
It's for educational purposes.
Oh, there's a clip.
Yes.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Bonus points for him beating his. Never mind.
Well, okay, so I can't find a picture of the thing itself, but here's a picture of him after he successfully got it in his arm.
Is this in the movie?
I can't breathe, baby. Mama, mama,
Oh my god.
I want my mama in the diet Pepsi.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my
Ray saw something. It's something the rest of us couldn't see, but he saw something.
Can't even see his children either.
I cannot
Oh,
see my
Jesus.
children. Dun, dun, dun. Oh my god. Oh, fucking Tone. Hang on. Speaking of Rays, you know, and domestic thing, not Ray Skywalker. Even though
apparently they're doing another movie.
Look, here's the deal. If we're going to do another Ray Skywalker movie, let's make it an Axel Braun production and include Daisy Ridley and her two sisters.
There was a prominent actor that's going to be in it too. I can't remember who.
Speaking of Rays, and it's funny that you mentioned former NFL running back Ray Rice, Draven.
I always get Ray Rice and Ray Lewis confused.
Well, they both played for the Ravens, so
Yeah.
you know,
I
Lewis.
fucking hate the Ravens because I'm a 49ers fan and they're like our.
Yeah, well, the battle of the Harbaughs.
Yeah.
I am buying a Baltimore Ravens jersey because I need Ray Lewis's jersey because he's a murderer. And that goes with the OJ one. So I got to get a Ray Lewis jersey, and I might get Aaron Hernandez next.
Ray Lewis is a murderer?
Allegedly, he stabbed somebody outside a Super Bowl party, and they later died. But he was acquitted. And OJ was too, though, just for context. So, but they have the jury, like that documentary they did, you know, they were asking the jury members, did you basically vote to acquit OJ as retribution for Rodney King? Because the jury was largely black women, and they were like, yes, we did, unapologetically. So, you know, OJ got off. I didn't do it, but if I did, and I fucking loved OJ, man. Like that motherfucker, like before he did, I don't care. I was like, even in like Naked Gun and shit, Norbert, he was fucking great. Nordberg was his name. I think it's funny how they have his kid like in that scene. I'm gonna go see the new Naked Gun movie, and I'm wearing my OJ jersey when I go see it. just for that scene, I'm going to stand up in the theater and be like, "Free OJ!" And they'd be like, "He's dead."
Yeah,
like,
I'm probably gonna see that too. I kind of want to. I know this is sacrilege in our neck of the woods, but I'm kind of interested in the Fantastic Four after watching Thunderbolts. Like, I know they're gonna fuck it up, but I watched the trailer when I saw Mission Impossible, and like the look of them look fucking great. Like, they look great as the Fantastic Four.
It's mainly Pedro Pascal that's making me not want to see it.
Yeah. That,
I'm
and then,
hearing
like,
people.
yeah.
I'm hearing people theorize that he's trying to get, like, he's tired of what he's like trying to get Disney to fire him or something. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Manliness. It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
But I'm probably gonna end up watching it just because of the Doctor Doom reference or whatever. But
yeah, he's in that Mickey 17 that I just watched recently.
What movie is Doctor Doom supposed to debut in? I thought he was in one of these motherfuckers.
He was probably gonna. They're probably gonna at least tease him in Fantastic Four, but then Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah,
that's where he's really like showing up.
Draven over here talking about wanting to see Fantastic Four.
You out of your goddamn mind, son of a.
It's all Tony's fault for making me see Thunderbolts.
I honestly want to see. I want to see Thunderbolts though. I do.
But I seen a long form trailer of it, and I'm like, dude, they fucking look great. Like the aesthetic of them, like looks like the old school Fantastic Four, and I'm like, this looks fucking awesome.
I've heard nothing but good things about the Thunderbolts movie. Honestly, Jeff, he said he's like, I would see it twice. He goes, it was good.
The only thing I don't like is that Silver Surfer's abroad. But
using the lesser than version of Silver Surfer is a mistake. But
then, if the theory is correct that it's another universe or another. If it's not the main universe, then it's kind of okay to a degree. Because because then it's like, okay, then what about our universe is Silver Surfer? Then that's probably the dude. Maybe, I don't know.
But my thing is why debut the lesser than first?
Yeah, that's true.
And not just that. But there's a certain subtext when you have John Krasinski as Reed Richards and they kill him right away. Then you have, I know Chris Evans can't play Johnny Storm, but you have a better version of Johnny Storm and they kill him right away. And then Feige comes out like, Johnny Storm's old devil-may-care attitude has no place in modern theaters. And they're replacing him with the beta cuck. There's a bit of a subtext that they kill a good Johnny Storm and a good Reed Richards off right away. And then give you this.
Which one is Joseph Quinn? Isn't he the Thing?
No idea.
Joseph Quinn is Eddie Munson from Stranger Things, season 4. I thought
Grimm is the Thing.
Yeah, the Thing. But I'm talking the actor. The actor's name is Joseph Quinn.
No idea.
God damn it. Is Reed Richards going to lick a rainbow rod straight, like a straight man? And God damn it. No, that takes place. If there's rod licking to be done,
Joseph Quinn is the Torch.
It takes place in the fucking Hellraiser comics because Clive Barker was quite different. He's
Bachrock or whatever is the Thing.
All right, so whatever. Joseph Quinn is Johnny Storm. Yeah. That's who they have playing John. That he's not a Johnny Storm. I like Joseph Quinn as an actor, but I guess like you said, Tony, this is a softer, gentler, kinder Johnny Storm.
Yeah, you kind of see that in the trailer.
You can't. Then he's
though
not.
He does kind of like. There is a scene in the trailer where he like storms after the Fantastic or Silver Surfer and like grabs onto the thing, and he's like in the ozone, so like he like obviously because there's no oxygen, he can't flame on, and he does. So that's kind of like a brash kind of thing that Johnny Storm would do.
Yeah, but wasn't he was always like a womanizer, right?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, did you guys, speaking of Godzillionaire said gayer and he spelled it GH, did you see that that shit with Hassan Piker? Like, It's a Gundam did a video on him because they're trying, the media is trying to like write puff pieces and like tout him like he's the voice of the new socialist generation. That guy's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he is.
That's what's his name? Cenk Uyghur's nephew.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's related to the fat dude from the Young Turks.
Asmund Gold's always talking shit about him too. Sometimes.
Well, yeah, Hassan Piker's a fucking idiot. He's a champagne socialist. Like, trying to tell people that communism and that shit is the way, and he pulls up in a fucking $400,000 car. Flying in private jets and shit. But yeah, champagne socialists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking them are the ones right there. It's like, yeah, okay, bud.
Rules for me, but not for thee.
Yep. That's what it boils down to with those people. Which fighter was it, Tony? It was like, Hassan Piker, I'm gonna kill you. Who the fuck was that?
Oh, that was Sam Hyde.
Sam Hyde.
Comedian Sam Hyde.
Oh, he's a comedian. Okay, that was fucking funny. He wasn't wrong.
Nope.
Good thing nobody's watched me on Twitch. Hassan Piker would probably get mad at me. I don't fucking know. All right, I think this is probably a good place to wrap, though. I think I've beaten this horse.
Ezra Miller is the Human Torch because he was already flaming.
Wait, do we hang on a second?
Well, Flame On is on brand now.
It is.
Yeah.
Hang on, I can go over here and do it. I think it's on this one. I think it's on this one.
Visually, it looked good.
Yeah, I think Ezra's problem is he can't get the flame off.
Yeah. In honor of Ezra Miller being the Human Torch.
Paging Dr. Faggot! Dr. Faggot!
I should go.
That's a good idea, Dr. Faggot.
There you go. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. That's what we're gonna end on. You know what? No, we're not gonna end on that. I refuse to go out on that. We'll go out. Let me see. Hang on. It's not over here. Well, fuck it. We'll go out on this then. I'm Pete from Wrestling with Horror for Tony and Draven. Thank you, everybody in the chat, our channel members. Check us out on Patreon. New upload coming very soon. Channel members, you guys will have a stream probably manana. But until then, if we don't see you, have a great day. Pleasant tomorrow. We'll catch you on the next one. Remember, it's always better to burn out than fade.